Hello everyone. So this is my first rapid game I'm playing on this account. Let's see how it goes. Philido defense. And I have to take this one with the knight. Let's see what he's gonna play. Okay, I have to just follow the basic principles from here on. Nothing that I know in detail. Maybe I should look at Philido's opening actually a bit. Philido's defense a bit just to understand this opening. But I'm just following the basic principles, trying to castle on the queen side and attack on the king side. Most of the time people would struggle actually to deal with the attack on the king side. Okay, maybe here. If he takes it with the bishop, I'll take it with the pawn and then f3 or h3 and push my g4 pawn and start my attack on the king side. Okay, take. Oh. Okay, I think we'll go with castle here. Okay, I think he wants my bishop. I won't give him the bishop. I have to be careful about the f2 pawn. I can take that pawn to d6 pawn now. I've got 3 attacks on that. But I have to be careful about the f2 pawn. I think I can take it now. Free pawn. If the bishop takes the knight, then I can take it with the queen. I think I'll still be okay. Well, I think so. Or can I? If he takes the knight, I have to take it with the pawn. Can't take it with the queen. Okay, that's... I don't think that was a very good move. I think it just allows me to push my pawns and start my attack on the king side, so that helped me actually. So where can the bishop go? It can go back to f6 to e7. Okay, if I takes with the queen, well, I've got an extra pawn at the moment, right? If I take, then let's exchange everything. If I take with takes with knight, then I'll exchange and just take the game to the end game. What if he takes with the queen? The knight can jump to e3. It's not going to be a problem. We should take this one. Yeah, let's take it. Okay. I think that allows me to attack the queen. Let's kick the knight. Don't like it sitting here. Okay, g4. Is there anything? Let's go for it. Yeah, keep the attack on the king side. I think I've got a good attack. I can push to g5 and... Okay. Keep the pawn protected. That's the only way. Probably the best way to do it. So now I can push my pawns. And then I can go and then, yeah, attack. So, okay. There's nothing here. I can pin that pawn on f7, and then when I push my g pawn, yeah, there's nothing here. I can push my g pawn and go all the way to g6. What is happening with this pawn if it pushes forward? I go to g6, I push the pawn forward. Now I can take the pawn, so can't do that. I think I should go for it. Let's go. Well, I'm a pawn up at the moment, and I think I've got a decent position. Okay, I think I can keep going. Just open the king up now. Yeah, I'll be able to open this G file now. The pawn is pinned, so I can then take the f7 pawn with my pawn, and oh, what if I take with knight and check here? Got possible attack on if he if he takes the bishop, then I can take the other rook. So take it with the pawn, I think. The king goes to h7, check here. Yeah. King can actually move forward then. But that's probably not the best move. So we can probably exchange, well, take the pawn, exchange sacrifice. If I go here, now he's got the queen to block it. Can I prevent? Should attack. Bishop to b5. Does that do anything? And then we can land the bishop on 6. Or should we go with the rook to e6, blocking? Yeah, okay. That leaves that. So we can't go with the rook. If we go with the bishop to b5, then we end up on e8, protecting the pawn from that side. That's going to be an alright. Is there any other way? I think there should be a checkmate here somehow. Is there a checkmate? No. No, I think we're losing time. Okay. I think we have to make decisions. Bishop h4 and exchange that. I think, yeah, the bishop to e8 is better. pile upon. Let's play the see what it does. Where does the queen go? There's a potential for putting the rook on e8. Ah, so it's protecting that now. So let's deflect the queen from that, from defending the e8. There's a checkmate here, so we got okay. Yeah, that doesn't work at the moment. We lose the pawn. But if I check, then the queen must go to h6. Then I'm attacking the rook on d8. Oh no, let's just take it. I don't know why I just took it so quickly, but let's see what happens here. Okay. Which rook shall I take? Okay, if I take this one, I can protect the pawn with the bishop and then bring my rook on the G or E file. Okay, might sacrifice in exchange. So let's bring the rook on G file and check and threaten promotion. So at the moment you can go, okay, so it's blocking that, and that's blocking the king's path for running away as well. So if I bring my knight to f6 and to h6, that's a check. h7, that's a checkmate, right? He might sacrifice the exchange in here. No. Let's go one more chance for doing that, but not now. Actually, can't exchange, sacrifice the exchange because there's a mate, right? Okay, that wasn't that bad. Okay, I've got 187 rating points. That's interesting. Let's go through the game quickly and identify any weaknesses or any mistakes that I've made, and find potential areas that I need to develop more and learn more from. So according to this, there are 3 mistakes, 1 miss, and 18 missed moves, which is not too bad. And the game rating of 2050. Let's have a quick look. So the start is e4. I always start with e4. Well, sometimes I do b3s and knight to c3 and knight to f3 and so on, but my main opening is e4. So what we have is Philidor's defense. I normally play d4 against this and take with the knight, and that's the end of my knowledge on this line. So I'll just try to develop the pieces based on basic principles, and hope that will not fall into any traps or anything, but that's normally how I would play it from here. So the engine is suggesting that bishop to f4 was better, and I presume that's because it will control more squares, and once the center is opened, it will probably be in a better position on g3, controlling that diagonal. However, my plan is to attack on the king side, and so I wanted to keep the pawns open for pushing, and that was my idea. The engine doesn't like it so much, but there we are. So again, following the plan, attacking the knight. So I have gone here based on my plan of bishop takes, pawn takes, and that will strengthen my attack on the king side by f3 and, well, pushing the pawn to f3 and then g4 and just getting that attack going. However, the suggestion is knight to e2. That will block my bishop. But what it does is, if I take with this pawn, pushing that pawn actually strengthens black's center quite a bit, and that's why I think this is a bad move. So let's see. Yep, that is a great move. Well, it's probably the right thing to do, and this is based on my plan. So now what I didn't think about was pushing the pawn forward here, which gives black a very good control. See, pawn to here, and then here forking one of the pieces, so I have to move my bishop, which gives black more opportunity to develop and start its attack on the queen side if I have to castle on that side. Okay, that's a mistake from black's side. Now if I castle, they can't push the pawn forward anymore, because we are attacking it 3 times and it's being defended twice. That is not a good move. Well, it doesn't achieve anything. I mean, it puts a bit of pressure on f2 pawn and try to exchange that, but that's about it. So I don't want to exchange my bishop. Okay, I think this is trying to exchange the knight at the right time and potentially attack the f2, because I won't be able to take it with the queen because of this fork here. So I have to take it with the pawn and ruin my pawn structure, and that will become really bad. However, this pawn now is vulnerable, and I can take it. I'm a pawn grabber, and that's why I did. The agent doesn't like it. Likes the knight to d5 better. I think the reason for that is obviously putting pressure on the bishop and potentially exchanging it that on my terms, rather than allowing the bishop to take the knight on c3. So yeah, that's not a good move. Yeah, taking that is probably not a good idea either, because it will allow black to attack on the queen side. Okay, that's a mistake. Just pushing the pawn forward and blocking it. So here I was thinking, I've got an extra pawn. Now let's just exchange pieces and gain a bit of control over the center. Well, the agent doesn't like this very much, but I was trying to attack with my pawns and just push the pawns that I had planned and try to open up the king side. Goes back as per plan. So I need to keep protecting the f4 pawn. So this is not a good move. So I presume that's trying to get to here to exchange the knight or something. Well, that is apparently a miss. You ignored an opportunity to eventually win a rook. I don't believe that. How can I win a rook here? There's no way I can win a rook. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Show the moves. Okay. What else? I mean, how do I win a rook here? I can't see winning a rook. How can I win a rook? if you can see any rook wins, you can put your ideas in the comments below. But I can't see this. Let's make some moves and see what happens. How can they win queen? A rook, sorry. Let's see if I come here. Okay, that's the analysis. Let's see what happens. a3, pushing the knight away, goes back. Protecting the pawn. Reasonable moves. Where's the rook I can win? There is no rook win. I think it's just making things up, to be honest. Let's go back. This is not winning a rook. I think it was just giving me false information. Can't win a rook. So yeah, this might not be the best move. It might have been better on g2, but it wasn't winning a rook. Anyway, let's continue. So this provides control over this diagonal. However, my idea was to pin this pawn, and when I'm pushing the pawns forward, I'll try to open this up and manage to get that pawn. That was my thinking. That's not the right move. Yeah, I didn't think about rook to d4 tactics. Would have won a pawn back. So that was the right move, which I hadn't thought about. Yeah, the Indian is suggesting bringing the bishop back, but they will win that, and that's not good. So that's why it wasn't a good move. Let's move back. So once the queen moves here, I push the pawns as I had planned. Moves away, and I go for my attack as intended. Now, this is not a very good move because I can just take that, I presume. Yeah, the best move was taking this with the queen. Well, I didn't see that, to be fair. But that will open up the file for my rooks, and the attack will be quite strong actually on the king side for me. So let's see what happened next. Go back to the review. So I took it with the pawn. I could have taken it with the bishop, which was probably better. It will move it away from the attack by the knight and be a nice and secure place. But I wanted to open these files. That was my idea. Maybe not the best. Okay. Here I was thinking about the queen to h4, but I thought, okay, he's going to bring the queen back and stop the check, block the check. And I thought about rook to e6, but this rook is remained unprotected and he can take this, right? So then I was thinking, okay, maybe I should do something different. So I moved there. That's a mistake. Yeah, bishop to e6 is what I needed. This will win the game, I think, very quickly, because it stops or blocks the path of the queen and allows a checkmate here. The only way to prevent that, according to the engine, is this. And black loses a piece. And after a check and exchanging the queens, you just a piece up and you will win the game easily. So that was a mistake that I didn't see that. I don't know why. I should have seen it. It's fairly straightforward. So tactics, that's one element that I need to improve on. So I went to here, right? Okay, there's something else here. Queen takes d8. That wins a rook. I didn't see that. It takes, check, takes, bring the queen back. So you're up a rook. I should have seen this one as well, actually. So again, tactics. I didn't see the tactics. So I took this one. I wanted to just go forward and have an easy game after this one. I saw this one, though. The wrong rook to be taken. See what I was saying. Okay. So now I will potentially win an exchange if black is a bit too slow. So you can see what my plan is. That, yeah, so that's stopping the check here. However, what I thought was, yeah, if I have knight here, now it would be checkmate. And that's what I was planning, to get the knight in there. And that's what I got. Okay, so the game wasn't too bad. A few things I need to think about in a bit more detail, but I think tactics were my weakest point in this one. I will try to do some tactic exercises next. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see how it goes next time. So my rating obviously is increased significantly because I haven't played many games, and any win would be significantly pushing my rating up. This was the first time I played a rapid game on chess.com using this account. Anyway, I'll see you next time.